Nation, we are still on the road. We got to work though. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed yet. Once again, you guys, I am on the road at home in Sacramento, California, so I do not have the traditional backdrop in my mic and all that other stuff. But hey, man, the work does not stop, even if we're on the road. Salute to everybody, man. I hope you guys had a very, very Merry Christmas. I know the holidays are stressful for parents, for all of us, financially, just the time, energy, man, just salute to everybody, man. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Also, man, salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. This live stream is powered by BetUS. Make sure to head over there and get 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits, all while using promo code YouTube150, up to $2,000, the fastest payouts in the industry. If you are better, it doesn't get any better than BetUS. Once again, salute to our proud sponsors. This live stream is powered by BetUS. Yeah, man, I was going to go around 3 o'clock Pacific. I said, man, let's start early. Let's get it going. A lot of people have been hitting me up, man, and asking my opinion. And salute to Andy. I see little bro in the building. Salute to Hug D's as well. My opinion, on this whole Maxx Crosby situation. He does have The Rush, his own podcast. They put on a phenomenal podcast. Salute to them over there. He had some choice words. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are looking at this situation as he is going to ask out of Las Vegas. And I'm going to give my take on this, man. We'll go over, verbatim what was said. I see a lot of people on Twitter, Instagram, making this a major, major thing in the nation. Oh, Maxx Crosby's going to ask out. Oh, no, he deserves better, so on and so forth. Look, you guys, if you read between the lines, okay, just read between the lines of what he said, okay? I know he was speaking about Myles Garrett. I know a lot of people don't like to put context into things. A lot of these articles, they just like to clickbait you and bring you in, and then you realize, oh, hold on. He was talking about Myles Garrett's situation in Cleveland because they kind of share, the same type of situation, right? Myles Garrett is out there in Cleveland saying, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay a Cleveland Brown, but I also want to know the direction. I want to win. I need to talk to management. I need to talk to whoever is in place that's trying to put this thing together. I want to win. Okay. And, Maxx Crosby, one of the best pass rushers in the league, like Myles Garrett, he has a contract right now with no guaranteed money left on it. I repeat, he has a contract that has no more guaranteed money. Okay. So yes, he is tired of the losing. Yes, he stated, I'm tired of, players coming in and out. Every year it's a new head coach. Every year it's this, every year it's that. One year where our defensive line looks like it's phenomenal. The next year it's a bunch of new guys and all my other guys are gone. I understand that. I get it. To me, it was all about The guaranteed money left on his contract, you guys. I think we are making this way bigger than what it needs to be. Last offseason, we gave him AP. He went to bat for our head coach, Antonio Pierce. We gave him what he wanted, right? A ton of injuries this year. It didn't pan out the way we wanted it to. We really went into the in week one with a weird situation at the quarterback position, right? Was it going to be Aiden? Was it going to be Gardner? Last second, Gardner Minshew was named the starter. We know that didn't work out. Right? It is what it is. All I heard, you guys, was simple and plain. Because remember what he said, too. He said, it's going to be a fun offseason. I'm looking forward to the offseason. But he did say there's no more guaranteed money on my contract. This is business 101, you guys. This is not Maxx Crosby saying I want out. You know what, man? Maxx Crosby, the interactions that I've had with him, the interactions that he's had with the people that I know that are around him. Let me say this. Maxx Crosby is very upfront, you guys. He's very upfront. If he wants to leave, he is going to come out and say, nation, I love you guys. I don't see the clear direction here. I need to leave because I want to win. If Maxx wanted to leave Las Vegas, you guys, he is not going to go about it in a roundabout way. Maxx is going to clearly state, I thugged it out with you guys. It did not work. Get me out of here. Send me to Detroit, where I'm from in Michigan, or send me to a winning program, wherever that is. It could be Buffalo with Von Miller. They're very, very close. It could be somewhere else. But he's not going to go about it in a roundabout way, you guys. He's going to just say clearly, what did he say in that interview? The fans have been great. They've stood by me every step of the way. This is about contracts, you guys. This is all about the contract. No more guaranteed money. This is him saying, hey, if you want me to sit here and see this thing through and continue to thug it out the way I've thugged it out up to this point in my career, give me a new deal. Give me a new deal. I remember this offseason, I believe we hit him with an extra $6 million, right? Gave him a little extra incentive to stick around, so on and so forth. Gave him AP and blah, blah, blah. This is a negotiation tactic, you guys. It's nothing else, nothing more than that. Clearly, this is Maxx Crosby saying, you want me to be here? Well, pay me more money. Because I think right now, where is Maxx in terms of top pass rushers in the NFL in terms of salary? I believe he somewhere along the maybe top 10. I could be wrong, you guys, but I think he's paid like a top 10 pass rusher, right? And he's seen all this money that we have at our disposal in the offseason. And he's saying, look, I got a few more years left in terms of prime. Pay me my worth. Pay me my worth. And not only that, you guys, clearly this is the first time he has been injured in his young career. So him and his team are probably saying we need to capitalize now just in case this gets severe, because Maxx is not going to be able to stay healthy forever, you guys. We had a luxury in Maxx Crosby playing every snap, playing every down, not missing a game until this season where he missed 2. Now he's out, now he's on the IR, well, let me say this. He missed 1 earlier in the season, and then he was placed on the IR, and we're not going to see him no more this season. But either way, I'm just stating the obvious here, you guys. You want me to stick around? Pay me. I'll see this thing through. But you have about $100+ million at your disposal this offseason. And now I have finally caught the injury bug at this point in my career, and nothing is guaranteed in terms of being healthy. There's no guaranteed money. Nothing is guaranteed with Maxx Crosby up to this point. That's all it is, you guys. Nothing else other than that. Take care of me in the offseason. Pay me my worth. That's it. Let's not make this bigger than what it needs to be. This is not Maxx publicly trying to go about it in a roundabout way, asking, Mark Davis to trade him and so on and so forth. Maxx has always struck me as someone that is honest, upfront, real about how he feels about everything. He went to bat for AP publicly. He always goes to bat for all his guys publicly. This dude is just a real ass motherfucker. So you know, simple and plain. Let's not make this bigger than what it needs to be. Pause if necessary. Okay. Let's not do that, man. I see people freaking out all over the place. Our best player is going to ask out, so on and so forth. This is not a Devontae Adams type situation, you guys. This is not a Devontae Adams situation. Maxx is he wants to retire a Raider. He wants to be a Raider for the foreseeable future. He does not want to go anywhere. He wants to be here, but he just wants to make sure that the money lines up and that we're kind of, going in the right direction in terms of bringing the personnel together and so on and so forth. Yes, man, he's just speaking. He's pissed. First and foremost, you guys, he's on the IR. He just had surgery right on his ankle. He's at home. He can't play football, the one thing that he loves to do the most. And he's looking at the broad spectrum of things and saying, man, look, I got a lot of time to think now. I have a lot of time to think. And I'm thinking I have no guaranteed money left on my contract. So let's work on that. Salute to Larry DM. It's like a marriage. Once you say the word divorce once, it becomes easier and easier to throw around. We are on our third wave of this from him in the last year. It's getting old. Salute to Larry. Look, man, this is the thing, Larry. Frustration. He has every right to be frustrated. He has every right to be frustrated. This is a guy that has went to bat, fought through injuries. He's seen the carousel at the quarterback position from Derek Carr to Jimmy G to Brian Hoyer to Aiden O'Connell to Gardner Mitchell to Desmond Ridder, back to Aiden O'Connell. He has seen it all. He watched his guy, Josh Jacobs, leave, go to Green Bay, and he's having a monster year out there, and they're in the playoffs. He's seen Devontae ask out, even though they're struggling in New York, right? He's seen a lot of moving and shaking. And the only thing that's clear as day right now is that Maxx is the only guy left in the building, you guys. Like, he's pretty much the last guy. It's him and Colton Miller? I think those are the last Oakland Raiders. I could be wrong. Maybe not Daniel Carlson. No, Daniel Carlson. I think he played in Oakland the last year. Who else? There's not too many left. It's not too many left. It's not too many left. And he's watching a team within his division, you guys. AJ Colbrave, right? He's watching a team in his division win Super Bowl after Super Bowl and fight for another one this year. So he's struggling with the fact of, I strive for perfection year in and year out. I want to win ball games. I'm trying to win. I want to win. I guarantee you guys, he's going to see this thing through. Okay, Nate Hobbs, there you go, you guys. But just a few players, right? A few players that kind of been here, since the Oakland move to Las Vegas. Not a lot of players left, and especially of his caliber. He's the only one left. Salute to Nab, man. He has every right to be pissed off. He did choose to leave. If he did choose to leave, I wouldn't blame that motherfucker a bit. If leadership would just keep in room and decisions and direction, that changes shit. Where are we headed? That's all he's asking. Yeah. That's all superstar players that play for really, really bad franchises. That's all they want to know. Look at Myles Garrett. He wants the same thing from Cleveland. What is the direction? I'm a Sacramento Kings fan. De'Aaron Fox and his agent, Rich Paul, just sat down with the owner and general manager of the Kings and said, hey, before we even think about signing this mass extension, what's the plan? My client wants to win ball games. He's been here for 8 years. They've had one playoff appearance, and we've sucked the rest of the way. And now we're 13-17. What is the plan? Superstars want to win, you guys. And look, I think that people get used to a lot of these superstars, most of these superstars, just saying, hey, man, as long as I get my bag, I'm cool. I'm cool. Some of these players want to win as much as they want their money. And Maxx Crosby's one of them. Myles Garrett, one of them. These guys are different. When you watch their motors and they never, ever, ever turn it off. They never turn it off. They just want some type of assurance of, first and foremost, guaranteed money. But secondly, what is the direction? I want to win some ball games, man. I want to win some ball games. And Maxx, once again, you guys, personifies what it means to be a Raider. He has seen this thing through since he has been drafted. Is a mid to late round guy in that draft class with Clee and so on and so forth. We can go across that whole thing. But I'm just stating the obvious, you guys. This guy wants to be a legend. He wants to be a player on a phenomenal team that is a perennial playoff team, but also without any guaranteed money. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Salute to Nav, man, my dog, man. I appreciate you on the $20 special, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, I appreciate you guys so much. Hafi in the building as well, man. Appreciate you on the $50 banger. This rumor on Maxx is way overblown. I sent some supers before about a Maxx trade, but there's still a lot more that has to play out before I really see that happen. We have to witness the draft and see what happens at head coach. Hafi, and I agree with you. But let me state this, though. If Maxx ends up leaving, right, you guys, and to be honest, look, I want Maxx to stick around. I want him to be a Raider forever. But if you're going to move him, now is the time to move him because those injuries can start piling up. They can. And you have to strike while the iron is hot in the NFL, man. It is what it is. I don't think for once that if any team is reaching out to Tom Telesco and he's kind of, let's just say he's taking some fillers on the Maxx situation, right? There's going to be some guys that say, well, hey, he's on the IR right now. You know, hey, this is the first time he's been injured, man. Look, we got this for you instead of what you're asking for. I don't want to move Maxx Crosby. I want Maxx Crosby to be a Raider. He sets the tone for this team. He is the leader in that locker room and on that football field and off the field and in headquarters. First one in the building, last one out. The thing is this, if you're going to move him, this would be the offseason to do it. But I would say this, if we ever end up moving Maxx Crosby, you guys, I don't think it's Tom Telesco. I don't think it's Mark Davis. It's going to be Maxx being the one to man up and say, move me. Mark understands this. He understands what Mark means to this franchise. I don't think that Mark can afford to go 3-14 or, whatever, what, let's just say we go 3 and whatever, right? 3 and 6, whatever the hell we go this year, right? 3-14. What are we, 3-12 right now? Go 3-14 this year, right? He can't afford to go 3-14, lose Devontae Adams, potentially fire AP, and lose Maxx Crosby. Because guess what's going to happen? You are losing your fan base at that point. Because everybody else is going to be like, what in the hell are we doing? Mark knows this. He cannot afford to lose Devontae, Maxx, potentially move on from your head coach, and then possibly lose out on a Shador or a Cam Ward. It can't happen. Let me tell you guys this. Mark needs to open up that checkbook. Tom Telesco needs to sit down with Maxx Crosby, and they need to redo that contract. They need to make him a top 5 paid pass rusher in the NFL, top 3. To be honest, with all this money that we have at our disposal right now, take care of him, and you can still go get a free agent quarterback. You can still go get a T. Higgins or a Javon Holland out of Miami. You can still afford to pay some of these top guys in free agency by taking care of one of your own. And not only that, you guys, there's some of these superstars that are going to hit free agency. One of the only reasons outside of, state-of-the-art facilities and no state tax in Las Vegas is the selling point is Maxx Crosby. You have the opportunity to come here and play with one of the best players in the NFL. So, once again, I promise you guys, this is not Maxx alluding to the fact of I want out of here. This is a negotiation tactic. This is him pretty much stating, look, man, no more guaranteed money, man. Pay me, and I'll look. We'll still run this thing, and we'll still figure it out together. Salute to Hafi on the $50 special, man. I appreciate you so much, bro. Real talk, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Salute to my guy, DeMarcus, man. As always, salute to all the new Green Dot gang in the building because of my brother, DeMarcus Webb. Salute. If you guys want to become a member and you missed out on those, hit the link. It's pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on over here at OLV Raiders Network. Salute to my brother, DeMarcus, man. Salute to Nav, man, once again on the $10 special. 4 players that are safe regardless of what happens in the draft. Building blocks: Maxx, JPJ, Christian Wilkins, and Brock Bowers. Simple as that. I do not see extensions happening until after the draft. No one's safe. Maybe Isaiah. Well, Palamau, salute to him. He just had a big week. I think he was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week, right? 2 forced fumbles. I think he had like 9 tackles. Salute to Palamau. But I think has one of those weird tags too now, man. Is he like a RFA or EFA or whatever it is? We could potentially lose him in the offseason, but we can also make sure to pay him a couple of hours and keep him around. But I wouldn't put him in that category. I wouldn't put him in that category. It's hot as hell in here, y'all. I think you hit the nail on the head right there. It's Maxx, it's JPJ, it's Christian Wilkins, and it's Brock Bowers. You know, and you got Jacoby on one more year on his deal, which, you know, I think he deserves an extension, to be honest, you guys. I think that we should be looking at Jacoby this offseason. Now that we didn't move him at the deadline and try to pick up something for him, he is one of, if not the most reliable player that we have on this team. Does not drop footballs, great route runner, does all the dirty work, blocks everything, leader in the locker room, quiet, lunch pail type guy. You know, I'm going to be honest. Take care of him. Take care of him. He has one more year left on his deal. You might get him cheaper now than allowing him to play through next season and, you know, then have to look at it again later on down the line. Look, y'all, we have some of our own free agents to take care of. We do. Nate Hobbs, I got to keep it a buck here, you guys. The durability has always been a problem for me. If it's not cheap, I'm not paying Nate Hobbs. I'm just not. You can go find a slot guy in the draft. I'm just not doing that. I'm not. Kuntz, what does he look like after this injury, right? I mean, I love Malcolm Kuntz. You guys know how high I am on Malcolm Kuntz, but what does he look like? Will he be ready next year? What does that look like? And what does the details entail in terms of what he's going to be paid? You could potentially get an Abdul Carter if you miss out on one of these guys, you know, the quarterbacks in the first round, and then you have your bookend guys with Maxx and Carter out of Penn State, right? You can look at Spillane. Would love to bring Spill back. You move on from Divine Diablo. Merrick has had a good year for us. I personally believe that you can get a cheaper option at the safety spot, or even go all in on a Javon Holland, who was a major upgrade over Trayvon Merrick in my eyes. A guy that can play all over the place. He has all pro type talent. And then you still have Trey Taylor waiting in the wings, our 7th round guy out of Air Force. So honestly, man, there's a few guys that you could spend some money here in the offseason that we already have in the building, but there's also some guys out there in free agency, man, that are well worth paying to come in and take over some of these guys. Like you said, Nav, Maxx, JPJ, Christian Wilkins, Brock Bowers. I don't really see. Do you guys ever wonder why Tom didn't take care of any of these guys during the season? He didn't take care of any of these guys. He didn't pay Marcus Epps. He didn't pay Merrick. He didn't pay Nate Hobbs. He didn't pay Spill. He didn't pay Divine Diablo. He didn't pay Malcolm. He didn't take care of anybody in the season. Chasen for sure. Jason definitely deserves a new deal. Definitely should bring him back. Definitely. But I think Tom Telesco wants to build this thing the way he sees fit. Just like Kyle Piper said, it's not his guys. It's not his guys. We're going to see a lot of turnaround in this offseason, you guys. I got to be real with you. You know, everybody, oh, man, woo. A lot of these guys that are trying to win ball games now, it's not because they're trying to win ball games for the Raiders. They know that they're going to be moving on, whether it's greener pastures or a worse situation. A lot of these guys are fighting for jobs elsewhere. Tom Telesco didn't take care of one of our free agents, not one. There's going to be a lot of turnaround this offseason. A lot. Salute to Nav, man, once again on the $10 special as well, man. If you pull all 4 of those dudes or more in the office and tell them like men, extensions will come. They'll all be on board. I have no doubt. Communication is the key. Tell them the plan. Salute to my dog, Nav, man, with another haymaker. Facts. Brave says, bring back McCormick too. Facts. And look, he's inexpensive. You're not going to have to pay him a shit ton of money, you know, a UDFA, and I believe that he's still under contract. So, you know, you're not really going to have to pay him anything. Just run it back with Sincere. Just run it back. And then if he plays out of his mind next year, whether he's running back 1, 2, whatever, 3, whoever it is, then you can take care of him. You can take care of him, and he won't cost you a shit ton of money. Salute to Nav. Salute to my brother Hammer in the building. I'm going to call you back, brother. I know we've been kind of playing phone tag, but I've been ripping and running in sack, man. So my apologies, little bro. Taino, another big offseason. Facts. There's going to be so much turnover, you guys. I don't think you understand. Like Johnny Clayton, Telesco's going to clean house. There's going to be a lot of turnaround this offseason. Some of your favorite guys may not be in the building next year. And rightfully so, because with this current roster, you guys, with this current roster, we haven't done shit. We haven't done anything. We got to stop falling in love with mediocrity. We got to stop falling in love with players, period, to be honest with you. Like, all that really matters is this. Like, we got to stop falling in love with with just players in general. Shit. There's certain players that you look at and you like, they're foundational pieces. They belong here. The Maxx Crosbys, the Brock Bowers, the JPJs. There's certain players where I understand why people fall in love with, but we have to stop falling in love with players. You guys, it's a business at the end of the day, y'all. It's a business. It's a business. And we have not won shit with this roster right now at all. You can upgrade everywhere outside of maybe center, edge rusher, which and I'm talking about just Max's spot. Brock Bowers, you can upgrade everywhere. We still need a wide receiver one, not Jacoby. He's a better wide receiver too. You can upgrade the safety room. You can upgrade the corner room. We definitely need to upgrade that linebacking group, you guys. I'm sorry, man. Like, I love Spill, but that duo of him and Divine Diablo is not going to get it done. We need an athletic sideline to sideline type linebacker, and this is the year to go find that. A guy that can come in and cover, play the run, all that shit. Keep tabs on the middle of the football field. We need one of those guys at the linebacker position this year. Hey, upgrade even in coaching. You're right. Offensive coordinator, potentially you move on from AP and try to bring somebody else better in. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me on this, but you can upgrade the defensive coordinator spot too. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, Graham has been mediocre outside of that stretch of football last year, outside of that stretch when AP took over. Graham has been very mediocre everywhere he has been, everywhere. Graham has never, ever had a top defense in the NFL. You can upgrade there too. Outside of that stretch of ball games last year, where we ended up going 5-4, and then we ended up being like a top 5, defense in terms of statistics. It's been a bad situation with Graham. Hey, man, Jason, I'm watching Detroit and what they're doing still defensively. They're like 17 players on the IR right now. I don't want, the thing is this, man, we got to stop making excuses for our guys. Everybody deals with injuries. Now, do they lose superstars like we have? Some teams don't. But I watched Detroit lose Hutch. I've seen them lose their star defensive tackle. I've seen them lose safeties, corners, everything. There's no excuses for, at all, man. A system is a system. These guys are in the NFL for a reason. They are the high upper echelon players in the world. They were brought here to play at a high level. At some point, you have to look at it and say, it's a system thing. Yeah, we're dealing with some injuries. And to be honest, you guys, the defense has not been great this year in terms of takeaways and getting to the quarterback. They're still fighting a little bit right now. But once again, you can find an upgrade. If you guys can have Flores right now, you're going to tell me you're not going to move on from Graham to bring in Flores? I am. Drop of a hat. Give me Flores. What he has done at every stop, Pittsburgh, Miami, Minnesota. If you can find an upgrade, you have to turn every rock over and see what you can bring in everywhere. It is what it is. Whether you love Patrick Graham or not, if you can upgrade that spot, then you move on. Salah, there you go, Tim and Robo. Love it. My bad, you guys. I'm behind on the supers. My apologies. And if I don't get my mod father shit up, he's going to get mad at me. Salute. This offseason has been seismic in terms of moves, decisions, and direction. There's writing on the wall for a wholesale change. Coach, OC, DC, QB, running back, OL, all that needs to boom like a nuke. Win. Salute to my brother Hug. Facts, bro. Facts. And Hug, there's a reason, man. There's a reason, once again, why we weren't moving and shaking at the deadline. There's a reason why we still held on to a bunch of that change, that we kept, from the offseason to roll over into next offseason, because there's a shit ton of talent in free agency. We have a full draft class, and we have a few guys potentially that we want to bring back. But Telesco is playing chess right now, Hug. He's playing chess right now. I know a lot of people don't like Tom Telesco. A lot of people want to blame him for this situation, the quarterback and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Hey, play the blame game all you want. Telesco's playing chess. He's not playing checkers. He's definitely playing chess right here. Feels good to have a general manager that, has a shit ton of money with a Maxx Crosby, a Brock Bowers, a Christian Wilkins, and some of these other guys under contract with all that money to spend in the offseason with a few superstars on this roster. That is a nice formula. He's playing chess. He's not playing checkers, man. If we miss out on Sanders and Ward, what do you think about trading for Justin Fields? You don't have to trade for him, John. You don't have to. He'll be a free agent this offseason. He'll be a free agent. So you don't have to pay him. And if Justin Fields comes in, I'm assuming he's going to be a backup or a bridge guy for a young rook, whether it's Shador, Ward, or whoever it is. You know what I mean? I'm assuming if you go get Justin Fields, he's going to be your number 2 guy, and he'll probably be a bridge guy for a second. But I don't know, John. Look, man, Russell Wilson is kind of looking kind of suspect. 3-game losing streak in Pittsburgh. Maybe they want to hold on to Justin Fields. Maybe they move on from Russell Wilson. Who's to say? I know Russ was 4-2 before he got benched. So, but you don't have to trade for Justin Fields, and I would trade nothing for Justin Fields. If you look at him in free agency, cool. Bring him in as a backup or a guy that could potentially be a bridge. But I wouldn't give up anything for the likes of a Justin Fields. Salute to Terry. Exactly. We have a lot of starters that are backups on good teams or are injury prone, and Graham looked good against a lot of backup quarterbacks last year. There you go. There you go. The past few years, it's been like that. And that's no knock to Graham. I love Graham. Well, let me say this. I like Graham. I love his mentality. He seems like such an easygoing, good guy. But if you can upgrade that spot, you move on. And just like Hammer said, Flores, Salah, one of those type of guys, that's an upgrade. Salute to Terry, man. Salute to Ant as well. With these last couple of weeks, let's run it with our young pups and see what we have. Sit AOC and start Bradley and see what the kids got. It's not going to happen, Ant. It's not going to happen. They're still evaluating AOC. Whether it's a new regime that comes in next year or whatever it is, they're still reviewing what he has. He's on a rookie deal, 4th round guy in the 2nd year of his deal. He's still on a rookie contract, and he's still a guy that they want to evaluate to see if he could potentially come in next season and battle for one of those spots. I don't think we're going to see Carter Bradley unless something happens with AOC and Desmond Ridder. Simple and plain. And when you say young pups, AOC fits that description as well. You know what I mean? So, but I'll tell you this, if you sit AOC, you're probably going to lose the next 2 games, right? And I have us beating the New Orleans Saints this weekend. I got us cooking them with Aiden O'Connell out at the quarterback position. It is what it is, you guys. We're probably going to have 4 wins this weekend as we go into Mercedes Stadium out there in New Orleans. They're hurt all across the board. Telling y'all now, do not be shocked if we go out there and we cook this weekend. Hug. Telesco had a locker room full of stars in San Diego and a coach to ruin them all. Telesco could be him to get his pirate ship righted. Talk that shit, Hug. Talk, Hug. People tend to forget he's the one that brought in Rashawn Slater. One of the best tackles in the NFL when healthy. Drafted Derwin James, one of the best safeties in the NFL when healthy, and he's dealt with some durability issues. Drafted Justin Herbert, traded for Khalil Mack, brought in Bosa. He's been a guy who has a track record. And all I can go off of is what he's done for us up to this point. And that was go pay Christian Wilkins in free agency, go get JPJ, get Brock Bowers, and give us DJ Glaze. So salute to Hug. Salute to C24, man. I truly think we need to build our offensive line first. Agree. It all starts in the trenches. C24. But this is the thing, right? This is why I want to stick with Tom Telesco, and I don't understand why a lot of people want to move on from him. What did he do out there with the Chargers, you guys? What did he do? He drafted Rashawn Slater, right? He wasn't there for Joe Alt. That's all Harbaugh and company, right? But he brought Rashawn Slater in. He drafted Zion Johnson out of Boston College. He built that offensive lineup. They had a shit ton of injuries, those last 2 seasons while he was there, but he built that offensive line up. He was the one responsible for that. Then the defensive line brought in Khalil Mack in the trade, brought in Bosa. He knows how to build the trenches. They dealt with a shit ton of injuries out there with the Chargers, you guys. I think he knows how to do this. This draft, do not be shocked if we really go out there and build offensively and defensively in the trenches. I'm not going to be shocked, even if we get a quarterback in round 1 and then we go guard, tackle. Like we're going to pick up some guys. We're going to pick up some guys. And Trey Smith is a guy that I'm looking at for sure in free agency, the guard for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think he'd be a major upgrade from Parham or Jordan Meredith. So, But I trust him to help us build the trenches. And I also trust him to locate our quarterback with Tom Brady in the fold as well. Let me see. Salute to C24, man. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to my brother Nab, man, once again on the $10 special. I wish I had more time to explain my point, but think about AOC. Do you expect a young quarterback to do any better with no continuity in the coaching room? Disservice to a rookie quarterback drafted now with our coaching. Salute to Can't Get Right in the building as well. I see you, my brother. Yes, I mean, this is the difference. I like AOC, you guys. I do. You guys know I was going to bat for Aiden O'Connell to be the guy this year. Once we brought in Gardner Minshew and we didn't draft a quarterback, it was Aiden O'Connell or bust for me. If we didn't bring in a guy in free agency or whatever, right? What has AOC done to this point to deserve all this credit that a lot of people in the nation are giving him? He's been very inconsistent. Hurt or not, go out there, you smoke the Chiefs, we lose the game. You go to Tampa, you look terrible. Didn't play lights out against Jacksonville and that terrible team. We have to stop falling in love with mediocrity. Simple and plain. It's so funny when I hear people talk, and this is no shade to Aiden O'Connell. I like Aiden O'Connell a lot, especially the human being. I watch you guys on Twitter and Instagram always go back to that Chiefs game, Christmas last year. And you guys give Aiden so much credit, not even realizing that man threw for like 64 yards in that game. I don't think you remember Jack Jones' pick six in the thick six that helped us secure that win. I think we scored 14 points on the defensive side of the ball. People really give AOC a lot of credit for that win. He had nothing to do with that. That was a bad performance from Aiden O'Connell. The good thing was our defense played lights out, and Zamir White had a phenomenal game. But I'm just like so confused by the fact that I've seen a few content creators mention that. There was snippets sent to me. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, are we really giving Aiden credit for winning that game when our defense played lights out and Zamir White, I think he had like over 100 yards rushing? Like, what are we doing here? What have you guys seen from Aiden O'Connell that makes you think that this guy can be the guy moving forward? And I agree with you, right? I understand, Nav, what you're saying. Do you expect a young quarterback to do any better with any continuity? Well, the thing is this. If you bring in a rook this year, that's all he knows at that point. Nav, if you get it right now, this young kid he's going to not have to deal with the bullshit, the revolving door and all that. I think we're doing it the right way in terms of Tom Telesco, bringing him back, year 2, Tom Brady being in the building. Start from scratch now. That's all this kid is going to know. Now, Aiden has been around. Josh McDaniels, AP, Blase Blah, in these first 2 years, it's been bad. But Nav, this man didn't even beat Gardner Minshew, bro. He didn't beat Gardner Minshew out. Like we have to stop giving this guy so much credit. And I'm not talking about you, Nav, man, per se. I'm just talking about the nation on Twitter every day. Give Aiden the keys, get an O-line, give him a ground game. Dog, what are y'all seeing? I don't understand that logic. Do you think that Aiden O'Connell he's going to keep up with the likes of a Patrick Mahomes, a Justin Herbert, and potentially a Bo Nix? Like, what are we doing here? Jason, I'd be cool with that. If he's a backup, I said on the last stream, he's a guy that if he plays 5 games because your quarterback's hurt, he could probably win you 2, lose you 3, or win you 3 and lose you 2. Cool. That's good. I'm cool with that. I don't see it in his game, y'all. I don't. When I watch him and I look at the film, I don't see a potential foundational piece of this team, the guy that can turn this thing around at the quarterback position. I don't see it. I just want to know, what do you guys see? Once again, the nation falling in love with mediocrity year in and year out. What are we doing here? I wouldn't even go that far, Lake, to call him trash. I'm just saying AOC is not that guy. And you know what? The game, I'm not even here to say Sanders is the answer. And I'm a Shedeur guy, but I'm willing to put it on the line for Shedeur to see if he is. Because once again, I said it a live or two ago, right? I would rather bet our future on the future than bet our future on the existing, the present. Maybe it is Shedeur, maybe it's not. And if it's not, I can live with the fact that at least we gave the keys to a young kid that we thought was dynamic and can come in and change this. We've seen AOC already, you guys. We've seen it. I'm still seeing people screaming to bring in Kirk Cousins. For what? What in the fuck do you see from Kirk Cousins that think like it would be the Raider thing to do, right? The last time you see him in Atlanta is him getting benched by against us, and then next time you see him in the silver and black. For what? For what? He's terrible. See people bring Aaron Rodgers. For what? For what? No. I believe Sam Darnold is going to look way different without Kevin O'Connell calling the O. There's not a lot of options in free agency, you guys. There's not. That is why I've been so stuck on the whole Shedeur, Cam Ward thing. Because these options, what are we doing? What are we doing? Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And once again, you guys, salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. This live stream is powered by BetUS. Head over there and get 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next 2 deposits using promo code YouTube150. The fastest payouts in the industry, up to $2,000. What are y'all waiting on? For all my bettors, it don't get any better. Head over to BetUS. This live stream is powered by BetUS. Salute to my brother Andy in the building. Hey, yo, hey, little bro, call me today. Byron's on his way over here. We got to go hit the gun range. I was just telling him that we got to link up. So give me a call today if you can. Y'all think Ashton Genty's a better player than Saquon was coming out? No. If not, let's stop with drafting him 6 overall, just my opinion. I don't think that he's better than Saquon Barkley. I'm an Ashton Genty guy. I like Genty. If he's the best player available, I don't have a problem with them going with him. If he's the best player they think, but I don't think that he was better than Saquon coming out. I don't. Personally, I don't. I think that Saquon provided way more in the passing game. He can run the football. Like, I just think that I see a lot of comparisons with him and Saquon, and it's because of the production, bro. I don't think it's because of the way they go about their business. I see Saquon. Look, Saquon's an MVP candidate this year at the running back position. So, but yeah, Jason, I said it since day one. I see him being a Cowboy. Definitely. All right, let me see. Salute to Nav. Focus on getting a staff that will be there a while. The common sense. Dang. Bro, I am live right now, bro.
Oh, my God.
My son want to call me from the other room knowing I'm live. Focus on getting a staff that will be there for a while. The common sense 2002 has been coaching carousel. Let's go get a motherfucker. Make an offer. He or she can't refuse. Never said OC was. Oh, no. I know now. I kind of went off on my own, shit when I seen what you said. I knew you weren't saying that, brother. I knew you weren't saying that. But I agree with you. Since 2002, it's been pretty much nasty work. No, but I agree with you. And I don't know if you got the part where I said, I'm not talking specifically to you, Nav, man. I'm just talking about what I see on the internet and what I see, all across the board with Raider Nation talking about AOC. So, no, I agree with you, brother. Salute to Hug. Here's the facts. We're a fan base of losing an organization at the bottom of a mountain of failure, arguing over our savior and whose fault it is. Focus on positive change because what we doing don't work. Salute, Hug. Facts, bro. We've been doing it wrong for way too long. Way too long. And you know what's funny? Nah, man, I love my son, man. He knew what time it was. It's so crazy because honestly, you guys, this past 5 years, 6 years, we kind of just been complacent. People in the nation were like cool with just mediocrity. And now that we're bottomed out, everybody's kind of just like, what the fuck? Everybody's just losing their minds now. Like everybody's been cool with mediocrity when we had DC and we're winning 6 games, 7 games, 8 games, whatever, sneaking to the playoffs at 10-7 and, you know, so on and so forth. It's like people were still content. Like they were like, we got to get better. We got to get better. But it wasn't like the way people are screaming now. Like I remember this in 2006. I remember this exact feeling right now. I remember this 2-14. One of the better defenses in the NFL. Offense couldn't do shit. I remember this feeling. Stu knows it very well because he was there. You know what I mean? But the thing is this, it can't get any worse than this, you guys. It can't get any worse than this. At this point, we bottomed out. But the good thing is we have a guy in the building now. There's no more Ziegler, a guy that comes in year 1 as a general manager. A guy in Mike Mayock that comes in with no experience as a general manager. We're building this thing behind the scenes, at least. It looks like Tom Telesco, 11 years of experience. Got Tom Brady in the building now. You know, a guy that 7-time champion, greatest quarterback to ever live. He's in the building. So he's going to help us turn this thing around. Behind the scenes, there's some things that's moving and shaking. With all this money that we have at our disposal, a full draft class, Tom Telesco coming off of probably the best draft that we've had since 2014. The Khalil Mack, DC, and Gabe Jackson class, right? I understand the record doesn't really say that we're getting better in any type of way, but we are low-key getting better. It just takes time. Sometimes you got to bottom out to completely right the ship. And I think that's where we are right now. Brock Bowers, this is absolute insanity, the shit that he's doing in year 1 without a real quarterback. JPJ, when you finally moved him to center, you've seen the difference. That is a Raider. That is a Raider right there. You know, you look at some of these pieces that we have. DJ Glaze, who came in and was a bright spot for us at right tackle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, you guys, there's some good things happening in a terrible year, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense. Does it make any sense? I'm just saying it feels like there are some good things that are happening while we completely shit the bed. And I think that's why a lot of the nation was upset by winning that meaningless game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, because it's like, fuck, man, we were almost there. We were almost there. And now we're not. A lot of Raider fans suffer from PTSD. We need a quarterback. David Walker, you ain't never lied, bro. Never lied. And as somebody that's been a fan since the 80s, I can tell you this. You know, in 40 years of my life, we've only had a quarterback maybe a few years of my life. Rich Gannon, a few years. I remember, I'm old enough to remember, I thought Todd Marinovich was going to be the GOAT. You know, we had a few years that were good with Haas. Right, with Jeff Hostetler. You know, we had 2 playoff appearances with Derek Carr, right? DC helped us, you know, lead the charge in 2016 and 2021. But in my whole life, we really haven't had constant quarterback performance. That's why I was excited to potentially go out and get a Shedeur Sanders or one of those type of guys. Jay Schrader as well, Killer Priest, facts. So, you know, that's why people are freaking out. That's why people are like, what the fuck are we doing? And we still have an opportunity to go get these guys. The last thing you want to do is, though, because Tom Telesco doesn't trade up. That's just not what he does. He doesn't do it. And why would you want to move draft capital when you were already there? You know what I mean? Like I would hate to lose 2 or 3 future firsts now to go up and secure one of these guys. It would have been easier to draft one of these guys, and if they were a bust, God forbid, you didn't have to give up anything to do so. Salute to my people here in the building. As always, 916 people, 916. I love it. I love it. Me and my family just were sliding around South Sac right now. I took my sons and showed them where I'm from. Took them to all my old houses as a kid. Took my wife and kids to Stagecoach on Florin Road. Ate some fire South Sac breakfast. You know, I had a good day today, man. I couldn't wait to get on here and talk some shop with you guys, man. Definitely. Let me see. Austin, I wouldn't be mad about that. I wouldn't be mad double dipping. Let's just say you got a Shador there, and then let's say Rourke fell into the middle of the draft out of Indiana. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at all. You got to get it right somehow, some way, right, Austin? Sadly, we're forever ass. Trip, if that's what you heard from Max, brother, I can't talk you out of that feeling. Let me just say that. I'm just telling you personally what I heard. What I heard is pay me. What I heard was I've been through hell and high waters with this organization. I have no more guarantee money on my contract. Pay me. That's what I heard. I didn't hear anything about I went out. All I heard was him kind of stating the obvious. I've been here through this. I've been here through that. I've been here through this. I've been here through that. I seen DC leave. I seen Josh leave. I seen Devontae leave, and I'm still here. Pay me. All I heard was no guaranteed money left on my check, on my contract, and my antennas went up. That's all I heard. That's personally all I heard. So I think that people are making this bigger than what it needs to be at all. I don't think that that's the situation at all. I don't think that Max is asking out. And once again, the guy that I think that Max is, that my encounters and people that I know, once again, I'll repeat the same thing I said earlier. This is Max just saying, look, I want to be paid. And if he wanted to be out, if he wanted to leave, he would make that loud and clear. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't think that Max is going to go about it and be messy on social media. This is a guy that's honest. He's been honest since day one, y'all. He's been honest since day one. Man has never gotten away from his true self. Why would we think that he's just stating the obvious here? I come on here every day and I cry about how fucking bad this franchise is. Every day. People, oh my God, Graphk is he's just a buzzkill. He's this, and that. Do you think that's me saying I'm not going to be a Raider fan anymore? And I don't make nowhere near the money Maxx Crosby makes, right? But I'm just saying, like, this isn't that. It's just Max saying, man, if you want me to stick around and deal with this, and just pay me, man. Just pay me. That's it. And it's easy when you see one of your guys and Myles Garrett going through the same shit in Cleveland. Salute to my guy, Ron Justice. Maybe if AP is out, Crosby follows? No. I mean, where's he going to follow him? To the unemployment line? Bro, if AP leaves, he ain't getting another job. At the bare minimum, he'll get a linebacker job with the Giants. He'll go back to his old team. Can't go back to the collegiate level, I believe, for like 8 years or something, right? Where's he going to go? You going to follow him back to Compton? I'm just kind of confused by that. Salute to my brother, Ron Justice, man. Salute to my brother, Graphk in the building, too. It's always good to see my dog in the building. Salute. Let me see. Max ain't leaving, bro. Bro ain't stupid. He can act like he didn't know what signed 2 off seasons ago. Get him a raise, though, for sure. Yeah, just pay him. Just pay him. Just pay that man. He can't go back. All those sanctions from Arizona State, I don't think AP can go back. It's this or nothing. It's this or nothing with AP. Like I said, unless the Giants want to bring him back as, you know, like a nostalgic hire and make him a linebackers coach, which he probably should be. Let me see. Pillaging just for fun. Graphk, what do you think about trading back to get a guard? I like that. I like that. You're talking about Booker, Tyler Booker, right? I believe out of Alabama. Is that who you're talking about? And the second get Gabriel. I'm not a Gabriel guy. I don't think that that's going to work at the next level. The guy is like 5'9", man. I know a lot of people try to sell him as 5'11" or 5'10". I don't see it. I don't want anything to do with the Gabriel. But I would definitely bring in 2 guards. But Pillaging, I would get one in the draft, like a Booker, and then I would go get I'd pay one of those guys in free agency. That's what I would do. I wouldn't draft 2 guards If anything, I'd probably draft a tackle just in case you want to bring another guy in to battle it out with Glaze, because it's kind of clear cut at this point. Mumford's not the guy at right tackle, and he'll probably be like that new Brandon Parker kind of Swiss Army knife that can kind of play up and down the line if you need him to be, if you need him to, like a rotational guy. I'd probably get a tackle and then go get a free agent guard. That's what I would do. But hey, what do I know, man? What up, Graphk? We lost our future quarterback this week, so imagine losing our captain, Maxx, too. Pay the man. We're not going to lose him, bro. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Definitely not going anywhere. And we didn't lose Shedeur yet, you guys. I mean, if this organization wants him, trust and believe, they can go get him. They can go get him. Now it's funny. There's another video that's surfacing of Shedeur saying, I know where I'm going. I'm going number 1. So, I think that Shedeur is still playing the game like, look, Giants are there at 1, blah, blah, blah. But, hey, Shedeur can still fall to 6, you guys. There's going to be a bunch of teams right there that don't need a quarterback. And then Dion can pull a Eli. So you just don't really know. Raiders God, I'll be home until January 4th, brother. Nobody knows, Nav. Nobody knows. But what I believe it's a 2-year deal. So I think he has 1 more year left on his deal. Graham, I do too. As much as it pains me that to win that ball game and feel like we lost, I really do believe that we still have a really good opportunity to bring him in if we want to. Even if we beat the Saints, which I do believe we will, Richard. Hammer, shut your short ass up, man. Salute to my brother Big Mike in the building. Trap, you just can't bring in Kyler. He signed a mega deal out there in Arizona. I don't see them moving on from him. They actually played really well this year. You know what I mean? Like kind of a middle of the pack team, but they've been kind of in the playoff hunt all year long. They got some options out there for him. They brought in a receiver. They brought in a nice tight end. I think they're building that thing the right way in Arizona. Shit, allergies kicking my ass, man. I forgot about Sacramento and the allergies. Let me see. The thing is, Andy, you might not really have to. It's going to be funny, man. I think we're going to really get a better opportunity of seeing where he's going to go once the offseason happens. The combine and, all these bowl games are over. And we start seeing the Shrine Bowl and the North, whatever the hell, all that shit that's going on in the offseason. We'll kind of get a better idea of where he is. Rob, we're not going to trade for Myles Garrett. That would cost an arm and a leg, man. And I couldn't imagine trying to pay him, Max, a new deal, and then still have Christian Wilkins on that 100 plus million. It's going to be tough. Let me see. Salute, man. I see a lot of new names in the building as well, man. I appreciate you guys. Dan, I don't think that Dion would allow him to go there. I think that he would make the call immediately. Like, hey, man, you're going to have to pass up on that. And Tennessee could be a team to look at a receiver. Keep an eye on McMillan if he passes New England. Keep an eye on Luther out of Missouri. Keep an eye on one of those guys. I can see them potentially running it back with Will Levis another year. And, maybe going to get a veteran quarterback. That's kind of what Tennessee has done in recent memory. They brought in Will Levis, definitely. I believe when did they draft Malik Willis? I think they got him in the middle rounds, right? But they've always had like a Ryan Tannehill. They always had they got Mason Rudolph right now. I think that they'll bring in a veteran potentially if Minnesota allows Sam Darnold to move on. Maybe they pay him a shit ton of money to come in and have Will Levis sit behind him. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, Jay, right? I believe he owns property in that area. So maybe he goes down there. I could be wrong. But I don't think Shedeur goes to Tennessee. I don't think he lands in Nashville. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, what are y'all waiting on, man? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Salute to AC, Shao, Graphk, Cali in the house. Yes, sir. How do you feel on getting Abdul Carter in the first round to pair it with Maxx Crosby if we miss on quarterback? If we miss out on those quarterbacks, we just did a mock draft the other day, Edgar. I would love it. I think that would be the move. even over a Will Johnson, a corner out of Michigan. I think that would be the move if, only if, you miss out on those top two options. And Trav is off the board as well. I have no problem bringing in a potential Micah Parsons type talent opposite of Maxx Crosby, because once again, we don't know what Malcolm Koonce is at this point. Is he going to be the same version of who he was? Where, can he pick up where he left off? From last season, we don't know yet. We don't know, and I believe that Abdul Carter can be one of those ones at the next level. Man, he makes that 11 look good out there in Penn State. I'm telling you now, watched him very closely this year. He can be one of those ones. You pair him opposite of Maxx Crosby with Christian Wilkins and potentially maybe a Tyree, or bring in another defensive tackle in the draft, I would love it. Let me see. Trav going to the Jags. Agreed. I think he goes back home to Florida. I agree with you, brother. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know because some of those teams that have a shit ton of money have a need at the edge rusher spot. New England pillaging can really pay Malcolm Koonce 20 plus if they wanted to. If they really believe that Malcolm Koonce can be that guy and once again pick up where he left off last season, New England can set the tone. They can say, hey, we got 20 million for you, or whatever. They can overpay. They can do it because they have the most money in free agency to play with, and they need a pass rusher. So they could really be a team to keep an eye on with Malcolm Koonce and T. Higgins. They could take 50 million of that 120, 130 and go pay Malcolm Koonce, and T. Higgins and bring them in. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see that, Nav. I don't see him falling that far at all. I don't see Shedeur being at 13. There's even some people saying that he should be available in the second round. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about or what you see at all. Let me see. Rod, I can see it. But once again, if you bring in a Justin Fields, he needs to be a guy that's a backup, man. I'm not bringing in Justin Fields to be the starter. And if he does come in and start, he can start off the way he did with Pittsburgh initially, right? But we have to have a young kid that's going to be ready to take the reins from him. You can't pay Justin Fields like he's the future at the quarterback spot. You just can't. I hear you, Hug. I definitely hear you, brother, for sure. I feel the same exact way, man. Nose ring, y'all. No booger, nose ring. No booger. Let me see. Get a few questions in, you guys, before I get out of here. I got a whole family, like 20 people in the building right now. So we got to go do this Secret Santa thing in a minute. So get a few questions in before I get out of here. You guys can probably hear everybody kicking it back there. Son FaceTiming me and shit. Tennessee's getting Sanders. Mark, I disagree with you, brother, but you could be right. John James, look, I agree with you. I don't want to move a bunch of draft capital to go get him. And to be real with you, if we do, I feel like that lets me know that Tom Telesco doesn't have the power that the general manager should have personally, because he doesn't trade up. If we moved up to go get Shedeur, that lets me know that Tom Brady and Mark Davis are the ones making the decisions, because that is not Tom Telesco's MO at all, period. Let me see. No, sorry, Bob. Sign Zach Wilson. No, that man is a backup right now, bro. He's like the third guy on the depth chart out there with Denver, right? Hammer, what you mean? Latest first round mock draft? What you mean, bro? Jack, yes, man. I mean, if Shedeur is not there and Cam's not there and Tom has a plan at the quarterback position, why not pick up more draft capital? We have so many holes, you guys. We have so many needs. Like, it's actually disgusting how many needs we have. We need more depth. Like, we're missing out a lot right now. Like, we need depth pieces. We need so many There's a lot of holes on this roster. Hammer, I'm sending it to you right now, bro. Check your Instagram. I want to see what Hammer got going on in terms of. All right, boom. Check your IG, brother. And both hoes and hoes, man. Both of them. Man, dog. Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to my father-in-law about that. I miss running the football. You are right, man. You are right. Nasty, nasty work. LV, my guy. Let me see. Helen, I don't really have an opinion on him. He's just a backup quarterback in Dallas. He's played fairly well for them, with Dak out of the lineup. I'm not really a Cooper Rush guy. I'm not. As crazy as it sounds, I would rather take a flyer on Trey Lance because there's still some untapped potential there, but you would have to have the right offensive coordinator in place to make that happen. But I'm not a fan of Cooper Rush at all. Glenn, I've been said it, you guys. I'm not a big Dylan Gabriel fan. He's doing great out there, and he's doing everything that they ask of him down there at Oregon. But I'm not a big fan of bringing in a 5'9" quarterback that has questionable arm strength. The pinpoint accuracy, him being able to dink and dunk. He's definitely a good quarterback. I just don't know if he's going to translate to the next level. What's good, bro?
Yo, what up?
What's good?
What's good, nation? Happy holidays.
Yes. Salute to our brother and resident tribal chief. Everybody in the chat.
Oh, yeah. That fun part.
Acknowledge me, man.
Acknowledge me.
You fucked up the timing, bro.
Yeah, I know. So I saw this article earlier this morning. This was courtesy of Fox Sports in terms of the first round mock draft as it stands right now. So these are the first couple of picks that they have as it stands. Giants number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward. Patriots in need of lineman help. They go and take Kelvin Banks to tackle out of Texas. Jaguars take Travis Hunter, which I think everybody has him going there.
Mm-hmm.
Browns are going the route of an offensive lineman as well. Ariante Urseri, the offensive tackle out of Minnesota. Titans, same thing. Another offensive tackle, Will Campbell out of LSU. And then with the 6th overall pick, it has us taking Shedeur Sanders. Now, I heard you talking about it before. There's a lot of different scenarios that could be played out right now. And yes, we go into this week 17 matchup this coming weekend against the Saints, which, I think consensus down the board has us beating the dog shit out of the Saints, as much as people want to hear that or not hear that. Look, this whole thing with Shedeur, he can pull it, Eli. We could potentially move up in the draft, or we go with best player available, which in my opinion should preferably be an offensive lineman in the first round, and go to the second. There have been other mock drafts that have been put out there already. In terms of our scenario right now, having the 6th overall pick, this one kind of bothers me, and it is what it is, but it has us going and taking quarterback in the second round, and that second round quarterback would be, unfortunately, Quinn Ewers.
Now, is it a for sure thing that Ewers is coming out now?
Say that again?
Is Ewers for sure declaring for the draft? Because there's a lot of talk of potentially him going to Ohio State or Georgia.
About him going into the portal. Nothing has been confirmed realistically and respectfully to him. There is no point for you to go back to school and play ball one more year, bro. Your draft stock is pretty much exactly where it would have been last year, not with those injuries. So there's no need for him to even attempt to go back and play one more year.
Yeah. I mean, hey, man, I don't want anything to do with Ewers. And you a Texas guy. So you know firsthand, like he's not the guy.
Whoa.
He's not the guy.
But you know what's crazy though, body type wise, it's kind of a Telesco guy. 6'2", 215. His arm, he could throw the rock pretty much any way, shape, or form you ask him to. He can do the side angles. He could do whatever. But my thing for him is his durability more than anything else. It's been one injury after the next for the last 2 years. It adds up. And we talked about that before as it pertained to Michael Penix. Michael Penix went through his medicals and everything at the combine. Everything came back clean.
Yeah.
But his availability or his best ability is really not availability to me. And at times he gets rattled by certain defenses he sees.
Hammer, real quick. Torque, I already answered your question, bro. So I don't know why you keep saying goddamn and putting the same. I already answered that previously. I already talked about it. I already said that I wouldn't want to move multiple ones to go get Shador and have to move up. I wouldn't want to do that. So no. If to answer your question, which I already did, no. So there you go. Salute to fuck you, the greatest name in YouTube history. Just pulled up. I'll rewind this, but this Maxx BS better not be a real thing. I usually try to be patient and level-headed as a fan, but not Maxx. I look, fuck, I'll repeat my sentiment, and I want Hammer to give me his opinion on this as well. This is all about guaranteed money. It's about a new contract. That's all I got in terms of this Maxx thing. I don't think it's anything about him wanting to get out. I think that Maxx is one of them people, once again, that will say, I want out if he wants out. I think this is him saying, oh, there's no more guaranteed money on my deal. I need a new deal in order to see this thing through. How do you feel about that? As we bring in little bro, Andy.
Yo, my bad. Hey, I don't know what's going on with my camera, but y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, you good, bro.
Bitch.
All right.
Hey, real quick, before you say anything, Andy, I want Hammer's take real quick on this whole Maxx thing. What do you think?
Didn't watch the video. And the video's been all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
But I read the transcript of it. You and I are on the same page. Didn't say anything about him wanting to be out of here. Didn't say he wants to be traded. He wants more money. He wants guaranteed money. He's out of his guaranteed money. It is what it is.
This is exactly what he said. For those, real quick, Hammer, my bad. Years of inconsistency, new coaches every other year, new teammates. There's been plenty of times where I'm like, damn, like this D-line is cold. Then I come back and every single one of them is gone. It's like, what the fuck? It's tough, bro. But I feel for Miles because in the same boat. So that's where this is where all this talk even came from, right? It came from Myles Garrett's situation in Cleveland. I have no guaranteed money, Crosby said. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of things that need to be talked about. And I'm looking forward to those conversations. I'm really looking forward to this offseason and the process. That right there, you guys, if you hear those words and all you think is, I want out, I don't know what else to fucking tell you.
$129 million in available cap space. We could do some things with that. We could do some things.
There you go.
Give him an extension. Give him an extension. How many years does he have left on this contract right now? This is only the second year of the 4-year extension he got, right?
Then he got the $6 million extra this offseason.
How old is he?
27, 28?
I'll re-up for another 3-4 year deal.
Yeah, why
Give
not?
him that guarantee money.
27.
Let him
just turned 27 in August.
4-year contract extension and give him that guarantee money. Let's go.
Andy, how you feeling about this, man?
I mean, with Maxx, I think that, I mean, it is what it is. I kind of like what I said earlier in the chat, bro. Like, all I'm gonna say is pay him more money, but at the same time, it is annoying, man. Like, these players, they're not dumb. They pay an agent for them to negotiate a deal. Like, he knew what it was when he signed it 2 offseasons ago, and he also knew that he was reaching his peak. Like, he was reaching a prime that he should have also been like, hey, I'm gonna need more guaranteed money. Like, I really don't know why he didn't like negotiate a better deal. I'm not complaining, but I mean,
at the time, little bro, he kind of took a deal to help the Raiders out a little bit. And I think now it's time for the Raiders to pay the piper back. You know what I'm saying? And take care of him.
See, but then that actually ends up kind of messing him up a little bit, because he's in a situation now where he wants to win. And now we're in a situation where he's under contract and we got all this money. And now we're in a position where we got to pay a person that's already under contract more money that may take away our chances of winning by getting more players. So it's like, it's nothing crazy. I would also give him more money, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I didn't expect this to happen. But at the same time, I mean, for Maxx to not have $100 million on his on his contract in the first place was already a shock to all of us.
Yeah.
We already all
Yeah.
thought that it was all going to be 120, 130 plus, and then it was only 98. We were like, whoa. And then, I mean, I think he probably saw the fact that Christian Wilkins got his bag,
100.
and he hasn't even played a snap for the Raiders. He hadn't played a snap for the Raiders yet, and he's also another player that's super durable, but look what happened to him. So it's like the two most durable people in the league got hurt this year. Or at least defensive linemen. Now, I mean, at the end of the day with Max, shit, man. I mean, I just kind of look. I'm all for paying him. I'm over here talking like it's my money, but I'm all for it. But bro, like we know what we're signing. Like we don't gotta act dumb. Like we don't have to go on our podcast like I don't got no more guaranteed money. Man, come on, bro. Like you
All
saw
right,
98 million.
Real quick, you guys. This is where we are right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Max is the 9th highest paid edge rusher in the NFL. Nick Bosa, 34 annually. Josh Allen, 28.2 annually. Brian Burns, 28.2 annually. TJ Watt, 28. Myles Garrett, 25. Montez Sweat, 24. Daniil Hunter, 24. Rashawn Gary, 24. Max, 23.5. And I think we can all agree that he's better than most of those people on that list right there, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, I mean he shouldn't be getting. I think what you said, Myles Garrett was getting 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he should really realistically be like right there. I'm not saying that Max is the same caliber player. I'm not saying that he's not. But I mean, just if you're looking off market, bro, I mean, you have to at least give him that.
If Brian Burns is getting paid 28, Max needs 30. If Josh Allen's getting paid 28, Max needs 30.
But what was that? You said Montez Sweat was getting what, 25?
Bro, Montez Sweat is getting 24 and a half. And remember, though, the Bears had to overpay. It's the Bears.
Yeah, but damn.
Yeah, that's
crazy. That's crazy.
When you look at this, you say, damn, Myles needs to be paid more. Watt needs to be paid more. And Max definitely. Those three guys should be hammered. They should be the highest paid edge rushers in the NFL.
Hands down.
For sure. I will say this, though. I mean, I love Max, pause if necessary, but nobody's really fucking with TJ Watt, bro. What he does, the impact he has on the game, shit. Like that man, we talking about interceptions, forced fumbles, like that. Like that's something that you cannot deny. Max is better. He's a better run stuffer than him and Myles. But bro, like TJ is constantly getting those timely turnovers. Like you can't, like, unfortunately, like that's a like you put more money on those turnovers, to be honest. Like sacks, I mean, you should be able to get that. That's your job. But those turnovers, aren't we like last in the league in that? Like
we've been at the bottom of the NFL in takeaways all year long.
Like I really don't know what's the deal with that. I have no idea. I know that this live was about Max, but bro, all them free agents can go.
See, bro, I'm with you, little bro. Like, why? This is a chance to change everything about this organization. And once again, this roster has not worked. So why would you pay Nate Hobbs to come back, Merrick, Divine Diablo, all these other guys, when you can upgrade and move on and try something new? This is the year to do that.
Bro, Nate Hobbs, he could pack his shit. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm not saying none of that. He's a great player, and he knows he's a great player. Yeah. And there's going to be a team, a championship team that's going to be like, okay, I mean, if we get this great player for 11 games, we'll sign him. But that's, bro, I was looking up earlier. There's only 3 more teams in the NFL that are younger than the Raiders. There's only 3 more teams in the league. We're talking about there's 28 teams that are all on average older. Everything, to be honest, I said this as soon as Colton got hurt. Trade him, bro. Yep. I was told that I was cuckoo in the head, bro. Colton he's just, hey, it's time. It's time.
we all said it, and we said it would be another way to free up some money as well and get some more draft capital back. Like, it makes all the sense in the world. But then you have other people that are like, hey, like, he's starting to go back into his original form. We can run with him next year. I've been very much on the fence in terms of that discussion. And I've said it before in terms of this upcoming draft. If we so happen are not able to get Cam in the first round, then I'm going for a tackle if we don't have Miller back here. If Miller is back, then I'm going for the best offensive guard, because the interior is our biggest problem right now as it pertains to that offensive line.
And the thing is this, little bro, we know how difficult it even is to find a serviceable left tackle. Yes. So I understand why people are nervous and potentially moving on from a Colton Miller because of it. It's difficult to find a left tackle, somebody that can probably protect the blind side of most quarterbacks, right-hand guys, right? It's difficult, but he has definitely regressed. And then he started showing signs. And then even back these past few weeks, he's kind of looked a little again.
Back on the decline again.
Yeah, so, but once again, it's difficult to find a left tackle. So I understand why people will want to hold on to him and at least this offseason see if he can get stronger coming off that shoulder surgery and see if he can get back to the form he was initially. But Andy, I agree with you, bro. We were all talking about moving on from him at the trade deadline, but there was no movement. There was none.
Nah, but see, I remember, I think I said it as soon as he got hurt. I don't know which chat I was in that day, but I said it. I remember so many people saying I was crazy. Look, Colton, he's a good player. Yeah, I heard you talking about he's one of the last Oakland Raiders. That's cool, bro. Unfortunately, we're not there no more. Like him, Andre, them UCLA boys can go. What's his name? What's our kicker's name again? Carlson. He's got to go. Carlson. Hey, look, AJ Cole. If you want to go with your buddy, it's gonna suck. But, bro,
you gotta keep Cole. Gotta keep Cole.
Hey, I mean, we're paying a kicker. We're paying a kicker damn near $6 million for him to miss 30-yarders, bro.
Well, let's. He's missed one, I believe, under 50 yards. Wasn't it one under 50 yards this year, Ham, or something like that?
Hey, that's one too many, bro.
Yeah, they threw this stat out there last weekend that like he had like a consecutive amount of kicks like from like 30 yards or some shit like that.
It was something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 50s are the ones that he struggled with the most this year.
I think Andy's kind of where we all are, just sick of this shit. Like,
bro, like I'm so sick of it, man. Like I don't even remember the middle of the season because I didn't watch it, bro. Like I did not watch the middle of the season. like as soon as I seen us lose to the Panthers, I couldn't anymore, man. Like I was like, bro, really? Are we like Andy Dalton? Like this is bad, bro. Like and then we got what 40-something points put up by the Bengals, and then like 30-something by Bo Nix, bro. That yeah, bro. Like I'm good. I was not stressed. Like I was not stressing no more. I had great stressless weekends, but then I'm getting back into it because I'm seeing a second overall pick, first overall pick. I'm like, hold on, we better lose. Sorry for everybody. I'm sorry. I don't know how the Raider Nation is gonna take that, but bro, you mean to tell me we were about to have the first pick in every round and we fucked that up too? Like, come on, bro. Like seriously, like it, man. I don't think people realize. People get so stuck on the fact that they see the first overall pick and they're like, you have to draft. No, you don't. You know how many teams would kill for that?
Trade up to go get that?
Like, bro, you don't even have to draft first overall. You can still get you a quarterback. Like I don't understand. Like people, I don't know. Maybe people just don't see the value in the first overall pick as that crazy since we haven't had it in so long. But yeah, I don't want us to have it ever again. But realistically, like we shouldn't have screwed that chance up.
And we're gonna win again
crazy.
Sunday.
It's so sad. Nah. To be honest, we're about to get whooped.
What?
Like that defense always, bro. That Saints defense, they're not great, but bro, they're not scared of Aiden O'Connell. What? Aiden O'Connell, bro, that man has bricks for legs, bro. Like he is slow as hell. Like no,
Bro, hold on, Andy.
listen to this.
That was Vanilla Vic this past week, bro. You tweaking.
That was the most
There's
rushing
no
yards he's
team
had
in
for
the league.
a game.
Bro, he led us in rushing yards last week.
Bro, there's no team in the NFL that's ever gonna be like, oh shit, we got Aiden O'Connell Raiders this week, bro. What? Like nobody. Like I don't understand. Great, Aiden O'Connell can throw a pass very fast and at times accurate, but let's not act like Aiden hasn't missed some pretty damn easy throws as well. Of course, a lot of that could be reps, but man, like, are we saying that he's good when he couldn't beat Minshew out? Like, that man had a whole offseason. We're talking about Gardner Minshew, people. Like, Aiden sucks, okay? Sorry. Minshew sucks. Sorry. Desmond Ridder sucks. Guess what? That equates to the Raiders what? Sucking. We suck. At the end of the day. That's all it is. Unfortunately, that's where all of our favorite teams are standing at. It's a pain, but we're all delusional and we all watch them.
Let me ask you real quick. If we don't get our quarterback at the top of the first round, right, and we don't trade back, say we're right there in that 5 to 6 range, and we don't get a quarterback. In your eyes, what position do we need to go attack?
Bro, if we don't get a quarterback, man, I'm gonna be so sick. I don't want no Sam Darnold near this team.
Nah, bro.
Man.
It's tough, right?
Like this. Me personally, I would get somebody that's gonna impact the game. And if it's not the quarterback impacting the game, it's probably an edge rusher, man. So I would get old boy from Penn State. But hey man, I really like that defensive lineman, the defensive tackle out of South Carolina. What's his name?
Yeah, he's nice. Was it TJ?
TJ something.
Yeah.
Him and Jack Sawyer are one of my 2 favorite prospects this year, bro.
Sawyer's nice.
I really like Sawyer, and it's not because they're the biggest. It's not because they're the strongest. It's because these dudes actually know how to use their damn hands when they're fucking pass rushing. Like, I don't know what they're teaching in college anymore. If they just teach a bull rush, and that's it. But like, dog, these kids, they're like, again, I'm talking about kids. Like they're older than me, but still, like, they're coming out with no arsenal. They have no locker. They have nothing in their bag in terms of pass rush ability. Like, we drafted Tyree for his bull rush. Like, you mean to tell me John Jenkins is not a better bull rusher? Like, come on now. Like, this just is not our best. I don't know what's going on. I think these dudes are getting more athletic and less technical.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't know what it is, but
agreed.
In terms of quarterbacks, I don't really. I mean, I like Cam Ward. I personally would take Shador over Cam Ward, but I'm not opposed to Jalen Milroe if you actually have a plan for Jalen Milroe. Like, if you actually sit down and say, hey, we're drafting him, but we're drafting him because we have a plan, kind of like the Baltimore Ravens did with Lamar. They get a
where you make him the system.
Yes, like you got to realize when there's people that freakishly athletic, you can really change your franchise, but you have to do it right and like no mistakes. They did a very good job. Not everybody can be Baltimore. Not everybody can get the most athletic guy and turn him into potentially a 3-time MVP, which I do think Lamar needs to win that again. But
Josh
I
Allen.
mean,
Nah, I hear you.
no, what's that? That's I could care less about other teams' quarterbacks, but that's not even a debate. Um, at the end of the day, like I don't know. It's just. Is this not just depressing the Raiders, bro? Like this is sad.
Yo,
Yeah.
Andy, ask Graphk how my face looks before we do a live for any of these games, how it's been since we played the Chiefs the first time around, bro. He looks at me and he's like, bro, are you good? I'm like, let's just get through these fucking 3.5
Bro,
hours.
bro, Hammer, it all your face always looks like a puppy died in front of you. I don't see
Yeah.
He said you always like a puppy died in front of you.
Talking about puppies, how's your little smut of a dog, bro?
Hey, bro, he's still alive, dog. That's about it.
Yo, hey, little bro, hey, when you gonna be a sack, bro?
Shoot, I have no idea, man. I just been there's some things I need to talk to about off air, but bro, I just been working, bro. That's it. Trying to look for more work. That's about it.
We gonna chop it up. We gonna chop it up offline and stuff. I'm gonna call you after this, and we'll definitely chop up game.
Yeah,
sure.
bro. But I mean, in terms of the Raiders, man, shit. Look, all glory to you guys, cause I just can't. I could never lose to the Carolina Panthers and say, hey guys, there's always next week, bro. I was done. After that, I was like,
Yo, Andy, you know what sucks, bro? We were actually in New York covering that game live.
yeah, bro. I would have left New York and went into a damn. I don't know. I don't know, but good job for you guys, like, bro. Like that's crazy. Like that is insane. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's delusional still. I love y'all. Y'all keeping the Raiders alive, but bro, this shit is ridiculous, man. I for sure still have all my Raider stuff with pride, but bro, this is depressing. Like somebody, will we ever be good? Like, do you guys see it?
All we can do is hope, right? All we can do is just hope that this thing gets righted this offseason with a full draft class, full ton of money. Tom Brady in the building, Tom Telesco, a proven GM. That at this point, that's all we can really bet on, bro.
Hey, what do you think of that Clemson linebacker? I think his name is Barrett Carter.
He's cool. He's cool.
He's one of my favorites. I think he's better than Jihad Campbell from Alabama.
You think so?
Yeah.
I got Jihad over him.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think he's one of my favorite guys, but
I don't want any more. I don't want any more Clemson linebackers, the Tanner Muses and the Cleveland Furrows of the world.
Bro, I don't want to suck anymore, man. Like I don't know. This shit is just sad.
Yo, salute to the chat. I'm gonna read this super. I gotta get out of here. I got family. They're waiting on me right now for this Christmas stuff. Andy, I'm gonna call you in about 10-15 minutes, bro.
Well, I might pick up. I might not. I might be doing. I'll text you though right now. When you get
All right.
I'll text you.
All right, bro. I bet.
All
All right, brother. Salute to our brother Andy. It's always good to have him on, man. We haven't had Andy on in many moons, and to be real, he wasn't. I mean, he was talking some real shit. I mean, honestly, and for someone to not be tapped in since week 4 or week 3 speaks volumes of, where he is in terms of this team. So it's nasty work. Real quick, also salute to Nav, man, my dog. We can't even think about a rookie quarterback again until we can find a coach with some continuity. Pay that motherfucker. Let's get Bill Cowher off his couch. Find an OG coach. Let's go. Damn.
Fuck you, pay me.
Salute to Nav, man. Let me see. I can't believe y'all let those trash Raider pages see y'all on Dylan. I don't even follow any of those Raider pages, bro. I don't listen to those guys. I create my own. I watch and I see for what it is. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'll tell you right now, if it ain't Hammer, Big Mike, or Wasted, I'm not really tapped in. So I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, think about Graphk doing the 8. Yeah, that's just been tough. It's been tough, man. It's been tough. It's been tough. Once again, you guys, what is today? It's Thursday.
Thursday, bro.
We will be live this weekend, me and Hammer covering the game.
Oh,
Raiders. Huh?
we will be.
Yeah. I'm gonna be right here.
Okay.
Be right here, man. We definitely doing it. Motherfucker, you set it up.
Exactly. That's why I've been trying to reach out to make sure you were good for
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I'm gonna be we locked in. We're gonna be doing it. But yeah, let me say this before we get out of here, y'all. Don't worry about this Maxx stuff. That stuff will work itself out. Once again, this is
You
not.
pay me.
Anytime we talk about Maxx for the foreseeable future, you're gonna hear this sound clip every single time. Like,
Fuck you, pay me.
that's it. I'm sorry, but that's what it's coming down to. He does not want out, guys. Like, we've had previous players that have not.
No, could you imagine a player anyway? Would you want a player? Would you want a player that is on the IR right now that's finally feeling some injuries and has no guaranteed money and say, I'm cool with what I'm doing? Like, no. Like, bro, you want a guy that says, look, I have nothing guaranteed left, and there's nothing guaranteed in life, period, especially with that ankle surgery. Will he ever be the same?
No.
God forbid. You know what I'm saying? Pay him. Pay him.
Fuck you, pay me.
Give him an extra 2 years, pay him a shit ton of money and guaranteed money and move on. This is him saying, look, man, I'm finally starting to feel all that body I put on the line for this nasty, disgusting team. All these years, me putting my body on the line and not getting any wins, nothing that means anything, never a playoff win.
Him really putting this fucking team on his back.
Yes.
He's that guy for us, and he deserves it. I don't give a shit. He deserves it. And
there you have it, man. So other than that, Hammer, I see that backstage. We're not doing it, bro. Not today.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
That was the list.
No, this is another. No, this is
Okay.
No.
Salute once again, you guys. Appreciate, love all y'all. I got to get the hell out of here. My family looking at me like, what in the hell is going on? Real quick before we do, one last shout out, man, to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. This live stream was powered by BetUS. Make sure you guys head over there and get 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits using promo code YouTube150, the fastest payouts in the industry, up to $2,000. You do not want to miss out on this deal. To all my bettors, there's nothing better than BetUS. This live stream was powered by BetUS. Salute to my brother Hammer for pulling up, and salute to our little bro Andy for finally showing. Well, he didn't show his face, but he pulled up and he talked this shit. Everybody's been asking where Andy is. He's still alive. He's breathing. He's doing all right. He's just Raider frustrated.
Shout out to his dog too.
and shout out to the West Oakland's finest. His dog. So other than that, I'm gonna call you in a minute, little bro. Real talk. Salute to everybody. We are outro 1.
That's what I'm talking about.